A driver was operating their vehicle lawfully, fully complying with all traffic regulations, when they suddenly noticed a police car following behind them for a period of time. A few minutes later, the police vehicle unexpectedly activated its emergency lights, signaling the driver to pull over. The officer approached and informed the driver that the reason for the stop was to conduct a health check on the vehicle operator. According to Terry v. Ohio, 392 U.S. 1968, a police officer must have reasonable suspicion that a crime has occurred, is occurring, or is about to occur. The officer acknowledged that the driver had not violated any traffic laws and was not suspected of any criminal activity. Nevertheless, he insisted that the stop was justified solely on the basis of what he referred to as a health check, without providing any further specific grounds.
Hey, how's it going, man? I'm Officer Alfonso with the Atlanta Police Department.
What'd you pull me over for?
For a well-being check. That's all it is. I saw that once I got behind you, you keep turning off, and then...
A well-being check, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure you're okay. You keep pulling off the road and coming back on the road and stuff, so I'm trying to see if you're having a medical emergency or anything like that, that's all.
You're pulling me over. You're stopping me from what I'm doing. Because you're concerned? Because...
Yes.
Did I commit a crime?
I said I'm just doing a well-being check on you.
Did I commit a traffic infraction?
No, I'm just doing a well-being check on you.
Is this what is your name?
Officer Alfonso with the Atlanta Police Department.
Who's the other officer?
What is it?
Who's the other officer?
Officer Amen. He's right over there. Just doing a well-being check on you, man. You keep
I'm Do you have a supervisor on duty?
I can get a supervisor.
I'd like a supervisor over here.
See that a car is doing some type of maneuvers or anything like that.
What maneuver was it that you?
I just said that you kept pulling off and on onto the road and all.
How many times did I pull off the road?
It was a total of 2 times that you did that. So I was trying to check.
Is this the second time, the traffic stop?
No, the second time was when you pulled off into the Stetson field.
When was the first time?
The first time, it was by the potato patch, if you know where that is. That's right down there by the Dixie Lodge. I don't know if you're from the area.
Really?
Now,
is that on video?
It is, actually. My dash cam records up to a minute before anything happens.
Anything happens? So when did you start recording?
A minute before the
lights turned on. So I was in that Stetson lot for more than a minute.
But it's not happening. I'm present. I was just doing a well-being check. The supervisor's coming. Okay, he's gonna.
Well, I mean, you're the one that pulled me over. You've got me.
Well, you requested a supervisor.
Because you've got me over here on the side of the road.
Yeah, for a well-being check.
When the driver began to question the officer's authority to stop him without a valid reason, he raised concerns about the legality of the action. Nevertheless, the officer insisted on keeping him there and requested that he wait for the supervisor's arrival. According to the ruling in Florida v. Roya, 460 U.S. 491 1983, a person is considered to be under arrest if they do not feel free to leave due to the actions of law enforcement. Detaining someone without a legitimate legal reason is deemed a violation of personal freedoms. The driver pointed out that the activation of emergency lights and the order to stop the vehicle turned this incident into an illegal detention. However, the officer continued to insist that his actions were merely to ensure the driver's safety.
So how long do you need to conduct your well-being check?
This was it, but you called the supervisor, so I'm just waiting on my...
Because you're illegally detaining me on the side of the road, sir.
I'm just doing a well-being check. I never said you're being detained or anything.
Sir, I'm not detained. There's lights on behind me. You pulled me over to the side of the road. How am I supposed to believe that I'm not being detained?
Like I said, my supervisor's on his way. Well, I'll go ahead and talk to my supervisor. You would have been free to go now because I see that you're doing perfectly fine, but you called for my supervisor. That's why.
I'm concerned that you're pulling people over for not doing a goddamn thing wrong.
I got you. Well, my supervisor...
I'm concerned that you're detaining people on the side of the road for no good goddamn reason.
Well, we're just doing a well-being check on you.
I'm not real concerned about your well-being checking me. You're pulling citizens over on the side of the road for their well-being. Is that what I'm to understand?
We can do that.
You can do that, huh?
Might be having a medical issue.
What kind of medical issue would somebody have pulling over on the side of the road?
Like I said, you pulled over more than once. I was trying to make sure you were okay.
I don't like to be followed by police.
Okay. It's a public roadway. I'm allowed to follow you if I wanted to.
Yep. And I guess you're allowed to illegally detain me too, huh?
I never said you were detained. I said
Sir, I'm not detained. I'm not detained. What do those lights mean?
You can leave right
Okay. When an officer
supervisor's at the light.
when an officer pulls behind you, you rude motherfucker. You see what's going on here? I'm in DeLand. I got pulled over for a well-being check. They want to check my well-being. I got a supervisor coming here. Yeah, no, you're good, man. Alright, let me get back to this. They got a supervisor coming up here. Yeah, I'm good.
When the sergeant arrived, he attempted to justify the officer's actions by repeating the baseless claim that the driver was stopped for a health check without providing any clear rationale. According to the ruling in Brown v. Texas for 143 U.S. 47, 1979, detaining an individual without any specific events that can link them to unlawful conduct is a violation of the Fourth Amendment. The driver challenged the sergeant, asking why the police had the authority to stop innocent people and detain them on the side of the road. Frustrated by the driver's refusal to comply, the sergeant dismissed the concerns without addressing the clear constitutional violation.
How's it going, man?
How do you think it's going? Is it Sergeant still, Sergeant Salmon?
It is.
Why are your officers pulling people over for no crime?
Okay, so he was conducting a well-being check on you. You were
Come on, man.
some concerning
behavior,
yeah,
like pulling to the side of the road safely in a safe manner.
Okay. He said you did so several
not violating any traffic and
okay.
You have me detained on the side of the road, and you don't want to listen to me.
Refusing to accept the injustice, the driver decided not to remain silent and chose to go directly to the police station to file an official complaint under 40 to U.S.C. 1983. This statute stipulates that any officer who violates an individual's constitutional rights under the color of law can be held civilly liable, regardless of acting under the guise of law. With a solid understanding of his legal rights and the applicable regulations, the driver refused to be intimidated or pressured by officers who may have believed they could abuse their authority without facing any consequences. His decision to challenge their unlawful actions not only exposed the corruption lurking within the police force, but also sent a clear message that such illegal conduct would never go unchecked. This ensured that accountability would be established and misconduct would not be forgiven.